9 harsh tips for elderly people. Aging is often described as a time of reflection, wisdom, and slowing down. But for many, it can also feel like a balancing act between fulfilling obligations and honoring one's true self. Have you ever paused to wonder, am I living the life I deserve, or am I simply going through the motions? For seniors in America, especially those aged 65 and older, this stage of life brings a unique set of challenges and profound opportunities. The truth is, aging isn't just about the years behind us, but about how we choose to embrace the time ahead. It's about reclaiming your power, protecting your peace, and living authentically in ways that honor your journey. In this video, we're diving into 9 powerful truths shared with honesty and care to help you navigate these years with clarity, confidence, and joy. These aren't just tips, they're transformative lessons from elders who've walked the path before you. So, if you're ready to uncover ways to strengthen relationships, let go of what no longer serves you, and rediscover your passions, this is for you. Stay with us to the end, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support our channel and join this empowering community. 1. Trust wisely and protect your peace. As we age, trust takes on a more profound and fragile meaning. The relationships we cultivate, nurture, and rely upon become central to our emotional and mental well-being. Yet, with every passing year, the importance of trusting wisely grows, as not everyone who enters your life has good intentions. In this stage of life, protecting your peace is not only an act of self-preservation, but also one of profound self-respect. Trust is the invisible thread that binds us to others. It is the foundation of meaningful relationships and the key to fostering a sense of belonging. But here's the truth. Not all bonds are built on mutual respect or genuine care. While the longing for companionship is natural, it can also make us vulnerable to those who don't have our best interests at heart. You may have already experienced this. A friend who only appears during your hardest moments, offering hollow support, but vanishing when you no longer need them. Or a family member whose demands and expectations leave you feeling drained rather than uplifted. These interactions chip away at your emotional peace, leaving you questioning your worth and the authenticity of the relationship. But here's the empowering truth. You have the ability and the right to protect yourself from these dynamics. Trust is not something to be given recklessly. It is a treasure to be earned. Pay attention to actions over words. Real trust is built through consistency, kindness, and respect. True friends are those who celebrate your successes, support your growth, and bring light to your life rather than weighing you down. Protecting your peace begins with listening to your intuition. Your gut feelings are often a whisper of wisdom, urging you to notice the subtle signs of a person's true character. Does this person uplift you, or do they consistently take more than they give? Are they present during joyful times, or only when they need something from you? These questions are essential to ask when evaluating the role someone plays in your life. It's not easy to step back from relationships that once felt secure. It may even feel selfish to set boundaries with those who demand too much of your time or energy. But remember, self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. Protecting your peace allows you to focus on relationships that truly matter, where love, respect, and reciprocity flow freely. Imagine the joy of waking up each day knowing the people in your life value you for who you are, not for what you can provide. Picture the peace of mind that comes from cultivating connections rooted in sincerity and mutual respect. This kind of peace is priceless, and it begins with the decision to trust wisely. In your later years, your emotional well-being is more precious than ever. By guarding your heart and investing in relationships that nurture your soul, you are not closing yourself off from the world. You are opening yourself to deeper, more meaningful connections. Trust is a gift, and by choosing wisely, you honor both yourself and the relationships that truly enrich your life. 2. Distance yourself from toxic relationships. One of the hardest truths about life is that not all relationships are meant to last forever, and not all people in our lives are good for us. As we grow older, the weight of harmful relationships, whether with friends, co-workers, or even family, can take a significant toll on our emotional well-being. Recognizing when to step away from these connections isn't just a choice, it's a powerful act of self-care and self-respect. Toxic relationships can be hard to identify, especially when they involve loved ones. They often manifest subtly through consistent criticism, manipulation, or behaviors that drain your energy and happiness. Have you ever left a conversation with someone feeling worse than when it began? Have you felt the sting of disrespect from a child, a sibling, or even a spouse who doesn't appreciate your worth? These are signs that the relationship may be more harmful than healing. For many seniors, the challenge lies in the guilt of stepping back, especially from family. Society often teaches us that family ties are unbreakable no matter the cost. But here's a hard truth. Blood is not thicker than your peace of mind. If a relationship repeatedly leaves you feeling diminished or questioning your value, it's time to reevaluate its place in your life. Stepping away doesn't mean you don't love or care for these individuals. Instead, it means you're choosing to love and care for yourself just as much. Creating emotional distance can look different depending on the relationship. It may mean reducing contact, setting firm boundaries, or deciding not to engage with certain behaviors. For instance, if a family member constantly criticizes your choices or makes unreasonable demands, you can set clear boundaries by saying, "I value our relationship, but I won't tolerate being spoken to this way. I need to prioritize my health and peace, so I can't meet that expectation right now." Boundaries are not walls. They are guidelines that protect your emotional well-being while still leaving room for connection on healthier terms. But even with boundaries, guilt may creep in. You might wonder if you're being too harsh or selfish. Remember this: prioritizing your happiness is not selfish. It's essential. Each day you spend entangled in negativity is a day robbed of joy and fulfillment. You deserve relationships that uplift, not ones that weigh you down. 3. Prioritize self-care and personal happiness. For much of life, we are taught to put others first. As parents, spouses, friends, and colleagues, we give our time, energy, and love to those around us, often at the expense of our own needs. While this devotion is an act of love, it can also lead to self-neglect, leaving you drained and disconnected from your own desires. In your later years, this pattern must shift. Now is the time to prioritize you, to honor your happiness and rediscover what truly fulfills you. Think back to the countless moments when you sacrificed your dreams for others. Perhaps you put your career on hold to raise children, or gave up hobbies and passions to focus on family responsibilities. While those choices may have brought purpose and meaning, they often left little room for self-care. Over time, this imbalance can quietly erode your sense of identity, leaving you wondering, what brings me joy now? Here's the truth: your happiness matters. It is not selfish to reclaim the time and energy you've spent on others. In fact, it's essential. Prioritizing your own well-being allows you to show up as your best self, not just for others, but for you. Start by reflecting on what truly brings you joy. Was there a hobby you loved, but set aside long ago? Perhaps painting, gardening or playing an instrument. Or maybe you've always dreamed of trying something new, like joining a book club, traveling, or learning a skill. These aren't indulgences. They are ways to nurture your spirit and reignite your passion for life. Self-care also means tending to your emotional and physical health. Consider what habits you can build to feel your best each day. A morning walk in the fresh air, a few moments of mindfulness, or a commitment to regular health checkups can make a world of difference. Small, consistent acts of care remind you that you are worthy of time and attention. But the journey to prioritize yourself isn't always easy. Guilt can linger, especially for those who have spent decades putting others first. You might worry that focusing on yourself will make you appear selfish or less caring. Let go of that guilt. Remind yourself that your happiness isn't just a gift to yourself. It's a gift to those around you. When you are fulfilled, you bring positive energy and strength to your relationships, enriching them rather than depleting yourself. Your later years are a precious opportunity to finally focus on you. Embrace this chapter as a time to rediscover your passions, care for yourself deeply, and live fully. You've spent a lifetime giving. Now it's time to give yourself the same love and attention you've so freely offered to others. Fourth, embrace change and growth at any age. Aging is often seen as a period of winding down, a stage where the pace of life slows and opportunities for growth diminish. But this perspective couldn't be further from the truth. Aging is not a conclusion, it's an evolution. It's a time to reflect on your journey, harness the wisdom you've gained, and embrace the possibility of transformation. Change doesn't stop with age, and neither does growth. The years you've lived have given you a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. They've equipped you with resilience, patience, and insight, qualities that younger generations often lack. Now is the time to use these strengths as a foundation to build something new, to rediscover yourself in ways you never imagined. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, "This is who I am now. My time for change is over." But that mindset is a lie. Every day you wake up is an opportunity to learn, grow, and reinvent yourself. Whether it's exploring a new hobby, developing a skill, or pursuing a dream you've kept on the back burner, there's no age limit to growth. The only limits are the ones we place on ourselves. Think of the courage you've gained over the years. You've weathered storms, navigated losses, and celebrated triumphs. These experiences have prepared you for new challenges, not as setbacks, but as opportunities for personal transformation. The courage to embrace change doesn't diminish with age, it deepens. Perhaps you've thought about taking a class, joining a group, or even starting a new career path. These ideas might feel intimidating, but they're not out of reach. Learning a new skill, no matter how small, keeps the mind sharp and the spirit alive. It reminds you that there is always more to discover about yourself and the world. Embracing change also means letting go of patterns or habits that no longer serve you. It might be time to release self-doubt, break free from fear, and challenge the belief that it's too late. Transformation isn't about erasing the past. It's about using your experiences as a springboard for the future. Age doesn't define your potential, your mindset does. Change isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. It's an invitation to live boldly and fully, to explore new horizons, and to write the next chapter of your life with intention and excitement. Fifth, acknowledge your own contributions. Throughout life, it's easy to focus on meeting the needs of others, often at the expense of acknowledging your own contributions. You've poured years into your family, your work, and your community, quietly making sacrifices and putting others ahead of yourself. But as the years go by, you might find yourself wondering, does anyone truly see all that I've given? Does anyone recognize my worth? Here's the truth. Waiting for external recognition can leave you feeling unappreciated and invisible. The heartfelt thank you or acknowledgement you've long hoped for might never come. But that doesn't diminish the value of everything you've done. Your contributions, whether noticed or not, are real, meaningful, and worthy of celebration. Take a moment to reflect on the sacrifices you've made, the late nights spent supporting others, and the countless times you put someone else's needs above your own. Think about the lives you've touched, the challenges you've overcome, and the ways your efforts have shaped the world around you. Whether big or small, these acts of service and love have left an undeniable impact. You don't need anyone else to validate your journey. The power to recognize your worth lies within you. Start by taking stock of your life's achievements, no matter how ordinary they may seem. Perhaps you raised children who are now thriving, built a career that sustained your family, or created a home where love and laughter flourished. These are monumental accomplishments, even if they were never formally celebrated. It's also important to acknowledge the quieter contributions, the kindness you extended to a stranger, the encouragement you offered a friend in need, or the time you spent caring for a loved one. These moments might feel small, but they often create ripples far beyond what you can see. Reclaiming your self-worth begins with shifting your perspective. Instead of seeking acknowledgement from others, give yourself the credit you deserve. Look in the mirror and remind yourself of the strength, resilience, and love that have carried you through life. While external validation feels good, it's not what defines your value. Your worth isn't tied to whether others notice your sacrifices. It's rooted in the simple fact that you've given your best. You've shown up time and time again for the people and causes that mattered to you. That's more than enough. Your later years are a time to turn inward, to let go of the need for external praise, and to find peace in knowing your contributions matter. You've already proven your worth through the life you've lived. Now, it's time to own that truth, embrace your self-worth, and live with the confidence that you are enough just as you are. 6. Practice. Gratitude and appreciate simplicity. Gratitude is a quiet but transformative force that has the power to change how we experience life, especially in our later years. It's not about ignoring life's difficulties, but about shifting your focus to the moments, people, and experiences that bring meaning and joy. When we embrace gratitude, even the smallest moments can shine with unexpected beauty, enriching our days and strengthening our connections with others. In the rush of daily life, it's easy to overlook the simple pleasures around us. The morning sunlight filtering through your window, the aroma of fresh coffee, or a warm smile from a loved one. These are the small yet profound gifts that make life extraordinary. Gratitude invites us to slow down, notice these moments, and savor them fully. For seniors, this practice is especially powerful. It allows you to step back and recognize the richness of your journey, the challenges you've overcome, the love you've shared, and the memories you've created. Reflecting on these experiences with gratitude can bring a deep sense of peace and fulfillment, even in the face of life's uncertainties. But gratitude isn't just about looking back, it's also about appreciating the present. The joy of a conversation with a friend, the satisfaction of a well-tended garden, or the delight of learning something new. All of these moments are opportunities to practice gratitude. When you focus on what you have, rather than what you lack, life begins to feel fuller and more meaningful. Gratitude also strengthens relationships. Taking the time to express your thanks to those around you fosters deeper connections and mutual respect. Whether it's a heartfelt thank you to a family member or a kind note to a friend, showing appreciation reminds others of their value and brings warmth to your relationships. If you're unsure where to start, try keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. This simple practice can help you shift your focus toward the positive and create a habit of noticing life's blessings. Finding joy in simplicity doesn't mean settling for less or lowering your expectations. It means recognizing that the most meaningful moments are often the simplest. Shared laughter, a quiet walk, or the comfort of a familiar routine. These moments may seem small, but they carry a beauty and depth that enrich your life in profound ways. As you embrace gratitude, you'll discover that life doesn't need to be grand to be fulfilling. Every breath, every smile, and every connection is a reminder that joy is always within reach, if you're willing to see it. 7. Moderate pleasures for meaningful fulfillment. Pleasure is an essential part of life, offering moments of joy and relief from life's challenges. Yet, when pleasure becomes excessive or habitual, it can lose its meaning and even diminish your overall sense of fulfillment. Moderation isn't about denying yourself. It's about ensuring that the pleasures you enjoy genuinely enrich your life and align with your values. In our later years, it's easy to rely on familiar comforts as a way to cope with stress or boredom. Whether it's indulging in rich foods, endless hours of television, or routines that feel safe but uninspiring, these habits can gradually leave you feeling empty rather than fulfilled. What once brought joy may become a numbing distraction, keeping you from experiences that offer deeper meaning. Think about the difference between a fleeting pleasure and a lasting one. Eating a delicious dessert provides a moment of satisfaction, but sharing a meal with loved ones creates memories and strengthens bonds. Watching your favorite show might pass the time, but engaging in a hobby or learning something new stimulates your mind and leaves you with a sense of accomplishment. The key is to seek pleasures that nourish your spirit rather than simply fill your time. Moderation allows you to fully savor life's delights without letting them control you. For example, instead of watching television for hours, balance it with a walk outdoors, where you can enjoy the fresh air and connect with nature. Instead of relying on comfort food, explore cooking healthier meals that are both nourishing and satisfying. These small shifts can lead to greater joy and vitality. Engaging in meaningful activities also deepens your sense of fulfillment. Imagine taking up a creative hobby, like painting or writing, or volunteering for a cause close to your heart. These pursuits not only bring pleasure, but also foster a sense of purpose and connection. It's important to remember that moderation doesn't mean eliminating pleasure. It means choosing it intentionally. When you're mindful about what you indulge in, you'll find that each experience becomes richer and more satisfying. By stepping away from overindulgence, you open the door to pleasures that truly matter. Whether it's spending quality time with loved ones, exploring new passions, or simply enjoying a moment of stillness, these are the joys that bring lasting fulfillment. 8. Let go of the past and focus on the present. The past holds a powerful grip on us, especially as we grow older. It's natural to revisit memories of a time when life felt simpler or when certain moments seemed brighter and more magical. Nostalgia can bring comfort, but it can also become a weight, pulling you away from the life that's unfolding right now. Letting go of the past doesn't mean forgetting it. It means freeing yourself to fully embrace the present and all the opportunities it holds. Memories serve as a connection to who we were and the journey we've travelled. They remind us of our strength, our loves, and our triumphs. But the past is a chapter already written. If we spend too much time living in it, we risk missing the moments that are happening today, the ones that can bring just as much joy and fulfillment, if not more. Each new day presents a chance to create fresh experiences. When you focus on the present, you open your heart to the possibilities of what life still has to offer. It might be a chance to deepen a relationship, learn something new, or find joy in the simple pleasures of the moment. These opportunities are everywhere, but they require your attention and presence. Holding on too tightly to the past can also create feelings of regret or longing. You might dwell on things you wish had been different, or moments you wish you could relive. While these emotions are understandable, they can rob you of the peace and happiness available in the here and now. By releasing those regrets, you give yourself permission to move forward and embrace the life that's still unfolding. Focusing on the present also helps you build a future worth looking forward to. It allows you to invest in relationships, hobbies, and experiences that align with who you are today. Whether it's starting a new tradition with loved ones, exploring an interest you've always been curious about, or simply savouring the quiet contentment of a peaceful moment, the present is full of possibilities. Letting go of the past doesn't mean losing what you hold dear. Instead, it means choosing to carry the lessons and love forward while leaving behind the weight of what no longer serves you. The past is part of your story, but it's not the end. By focusing on the present, you honour the gift of each day. You allow yourself to experience life as it is, vivid, vibrant, and full of promise. Life isn't over, it's still happening, and it's waiting for you to fully step into it. 9. Invest in quality relationships. As we grow older, the relationships in our lives take on an even greater significance. The connections we cherish become our sources of strength, joy, and comfort. However, not all relationships carry the same weight. Deep, meaningful bonds provide true nourishment, while superficial connections often leave us feeling empty. Now is the time to focus on relationships that uplift and enrich your life, rather than simply maintaining ties out of obligation or habit. Quality relationships aren't about the number of people you know, they're about the depth of connection you share. A single meaningful friendship, where mutual care and respect flow naturally, can bring far more fulfillment than a dozen casual acquaintances. These are the relationships where you feel seen, valued, and supported for who you are, not for what you can do for others. Investing in these connections requires intention. Make time for the people who matter most, whether it's a close friend, a family member, or a supportive community. Share your thoughts, listen deeply, and create moments that strengthen your bond. Even something as simple as a regular phone call or an afternoon spent together can nurture these ties and remind you of the joy of being truly connected. It's equally important to recognize when a relationship no longer serves your well-being. Some connections, no matter how long they've existed, may drain you or create unnecessary stress. Letting go of these ties is not an act of cruelty, but an acknowledgement that your energy is best spent on those who value and uplift you. By prioritizing quality over quantity, you make space for relationships that align with your values and bring positivity into your life. Imagine spending your days surrounded by people who inspire you, celebrate your successes, and stand by you in difficult times. These are the bonds that truly matter, the ones that make life richer and more fulfilling. At this stage of life, your time and energy are precious. By investing in meaningful relationships and letting go of those that no longer serve you, you create a circle of connection that supports your happiness and peace. It's never too late to build or deepen these bonds, and the rewards are immeasurable. True connection isn't just about who you have in your life. It's about the love, respect, and joy you share with those who truly matter. Your journey forward. As we've explored today, the later stages of life are filled with opportunities for growth, joy, and self-discovery. From protecting your peace and letting go of toxic ties to embracing gratitude and fostering meaningful connections, these lessons are stepping stones to a life that honors your worth and values. Remember, it's never too late to prioritize your happiness, nurture your passions, and invest in relationships that truly matter. Every day is a new chance to create a fulfilling and purposeful life. You hold the power to make choices that bring you peace, joy, and self-respect. If this message resonated with you, help us continue spreading these empowering lessons. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and join a community of people committed to living their best lives at every stage. Thank you for being here. We can't wait to continue this journey with you.